Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a tips and tricks video for you guys. I hope this is informational. I get asked a ton of questions and a ton of times, how do I do YouTube with small children, a full house, and keep up with 3 to 4 videos a week? So I decided to put this whole concept into a video and share with you guys, those moms out there, those moms that are going to be moms, those moms that are interested in starting out YouTube or trying to keep up or coming back from having a child. How can you do it? So I am here to share with you guys all of my tips and tricks. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the family. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you do like it, and let's get on with the video. So the first tip I have for you guys is you cannot do YouTube if you are stressed out. And I start out with this because I need to tell you guys this up front. If you're stressed out, if you've had a long day, don't turn on that camera and pretend like everything is good. Your personality is going to show that you're not stressed out. If you're doing something, it's not really going to turn out the way you want. You're going to get even more frustrated, and I'm talking out of experience. I have to remind myself to be calm, relaxed. I have to film when it is time. I can't force it. I can't make it happen because I need to. You have to take a step back and realize that you'd rather have good content than a million videos out there without it being good, if you understand what I mean. You can't come on camera and pretend like everything is good if you are not a good faker. If you're not a good faker, it's going to show, and your viewers are going to know that you're having an off day. So you have to remember, you can't be stressed out. You have to do it when the time is ready, and don't force it. Tip number 2 that I have, you have to find when it is best for you to film. I am taking examples of my channel here. At certain times, so when I first started my channel, I had already a child. So I had to work around her schedule, and believe me, if you're having your first child, you may think it's hard because you've been by yourself, but it's so much easier to film with one child than it is 3 children as we have right now. So I have to figure out when it is best to film. You have to have certain aspects into consideration. Do you have your own filming room? Do you have your own space? Do you have your own where you can get up at a certain time or stay up a little bit? Unfortunately, when I had my 3rd child a year ago, I lost completely even my bedroom. So it is harder for me to film bright and early before all the kids wake up, or late at night when they all go to bed. That's what I used to do when I only had 2 kids, and my room was still for me and my husband, obviously. So you have to find when it is best for you to film. And if it's waking up early in the morning, then do that, or you can stay up later in the night. Or if your children are amazing and they nap at the same time, or your child is napping, you could take advantage then and set up your stuff and film then. So you always have to think ahead. With anything you do, you have to think ahead. When can I film, and prep for it? My third and my most important advice that I can give you guys is you need to prep. And I mean like prep everything. If you're doing a makeup tutorial, you need to prep the day before. If you have a few days, whatever the case would be, at least do it the day before. Prep the makeup, pull it out. If your makeup collection is not in your bedroom or where you film, you need to pull that things out. For me, I have nowhere to film. I have to find a spot, pull everything into this room and film. So I have to make sure I have my makeup brushes, my sponges, the palettes that I'm using, any props that I'm using, specific videos that I'm doing if I need certain things, my equipment that I need to come into this room and film. I have to make sure I get everything set up the day before. I know that I'm filming. I need to make sure that I take the time to make sure that everything is set, so I'm not coming in and out of this room if I'm disrupting any naps, if I am going to be disrupted because I open the door, because there are times I've opened that door and children walk right in here, and I have to be careful because of all of these wires and things. So that's something you have to think. Also, prepping also means thinking ahead. You need to think ahead of what you are filming. And that also comes into play with the products that you need to bring into this room. So you need to prep. I can't emphasize that enough. You need to always make sure you are ahead of the game. Here we go. I got an interruption. The next tip that I have for you is to invest in something to keep your thoughts prepped, and it goes along with number 3, where you need to prep, but you need to keep things organized. So what I do is I purchased a calendar, and in my calendar what I do is I actually put down like what I'm filming. I prep for the whole entire month, look at the month, see what I want to film, see if there's any specific videos that I do want to put out, so then I know to put them in here. The best investment that I have found are these little Post-its, and what I do with these little Post-its is I place them on the day that I want to film them, and if for whatever reason I have to switch a video, I have to switch a day, I need to film something somewhere else, I can pick these up and put them wherever I need to, so that way I can rearrange my month and see how it works out the best. The other tip that I have for you guys is either use a tablet, the notes tablets of your phone, of an iPad, something. I personally am old-fashioned. I love pens, I love paper, so I have invested in notebooks, and these notebooks have all of my video ideas, any products that I need to pull out for that specific video, if I need to write down things for a description box for any of my videos. It makes it easier, and it saves you so much more time when you do sit down to edit and video, or to have to fill out things. You have everything there. You could just reference back, or if anybody has any questions for you guys, you know, you have these. This one is filled with a bunch of Post-its of ideas that I have of videos that I do want to film for you guys. So I would say invest in something like this, a calendar. If you don't want to use your phone, you want to have something in front of you to travel with, whatever the case may be. I personally lose my phone every other second, so I find paper to be easier for me, but I definitely would recommend to plan ahead. Plan your videos ahead. Set them up for the days that you want them to be, so then that way you know what you can film and go according to that. The other tip that I do have for you, and this is something that I had to learn to accept and be okay with, because I didn't for a while, is I personally have to film multiple videos a day. I limit myself because of my energy level, obviously, because once I'm done filming, you guys, I'm either running through my day with my 3 children, or I'm going to bed because I have been run down from the day. So it's not like I can just relax, because it doesn't work that way, and at least in my household with kids. You need to prep to know what you're filming ahead. My calendar is already set up for the month, so I'll pick and choose what videos I want to film, so that way you guys are not being bored with the same look and the same outfit over and over and over for those 3 to 4 videos in that whole entire week. I try to space it out so you guys will see me differently, a different video, different concept, different look, but it's not repetitive throughout the month where I'm having it the same 3 days in a row and you're seeing me in the same 3 outfits basically. So I do plan out my month. I set up my outfit, and at first I wasn't happy with this because I wanted you guys to see me in a different look. I have so many makeup looks I want to do, but I had to realize it was either 3 videos a month, or I can do 14 videos a month and still get my concept and my videos out, and you guys can give me requests on what you guys wanted to see, if you did like a look, or if I came up with some sort of inspiration for you guys. Now, the other tip that I do have is I work hand in hand with Mr. Man, which is my husband. If you don't know who Mr. Man is, my husband, he works full-time and his job is very demanding. There are times where he works 24 hours straight, and I just have to accept that that day I may not film. But him and I have a family calendar. Besides this is my filming calendar. We have a family calendar, and I'll put a picture of it up here. And what he does is he puts out his schedule for the month, so that I know which days he is off, and him and I will sit down and coordinate which days he is going to stay with the kids, no matter whether they're napping, they need diaper change, they need whatever the case may be. He'll stay with the kids while I dedicate time to film. He knows that this is like my gym time. He has his gym time where he leaves to go to the gym, and this is my gym time where I do what I want to do. So he'll give me the time, and I'll sit down, I'll film. He's well aware that he has to prep for that day. He's stuck with the kids. I am off mom duties. He'll take care of everything. So that's something that I work hand in hand with him because he works and I have to respect that. He needs his time as well, but I also need my time. So we have made it work. As we speak right now, he's watching the children. One is napping, one is playing with them, and I am here filming, and it has worked great. When I was working full time, what we would do is I would take either a Friday evening or one out of the 2 days of the weekend, and I would only take a little bit of time to film to prep for the next 2 weeks. That way I wasn't feeling overwhelmed or run down, and he wasn't feeling like on his days off he can only do what I would tell him to do. So we worked it out when I worked full time, and now that I am a stay-at-home mom, we've been able to make the schedule work, and it works for the both of us. We both get our free time and I get to film whenever. Another tip that I have for you guys is if you have to set up your equipment, set up your things, do it an hour or two before you film, because I have found that if I do set up my equipment to then sit down to film, I am more exhausted because I have a lot of lighting. I have to make sure everything is set, my monitor, my makeup and things. So I set everything up bright and early in the morning. If I know I'm going to film once a certain time comes, I already have everything set. I could come in, sit down and film and don't have to worry about setting everything up to then sit down and be exhausted to film, because if I would do that, this is what you would end up seeing. So I know to prep beforehand. I'm telling you guys, the most important one is prep, you guys. Last but not least is my editing. When do I do my editing? I normally do my editing either when a child is napping. My children do not nap at the same time. I swear they're like WWE wrestlers. They slap each other to come in. One comes in, the other one comes out. I do not get them ever to nap together and in sync. So what I either have to do is when I wake up early to put my oldest on the bus, I'll edit a little bit there because the two are still sleeping, or I stay up late at night, and that's when I do most of my editing. Once the two youngest are in bed, the oldest will do her thing, after we've already established everything for the next day. I will sit down and edit my videos. Do voiceovers, do my thumbnails, take the time to do my description boxes. I set all my videos up on Sunday. Sunday is when I choose to upload my whole entire week's worth of videos. I do all of their descriptions, I do all their thumbnails, I set everything up because I do not want to take a chance and film something to then edit it the same day, to then upload it the same day, because my life is not that amazing where I can do that. So I have to always prep, you guys. Along with that, I make sure that my SD card is empty. My batteries are full of charge in my camera. I have one in the camera, one as a backup just in case. So that way I have everything set up. I do not leave anything to chance, you guys, because I absolutely love doing YouTube and I don't want to stop unless God is giving me another plan. So I make sure that everything falls in line as best and what I can control. So I make sure that anything that I can control is controlled, so I don't leave anything to chance and I don't get that chance to film something for you guys. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my tips and tricks and my advice on how to film YouTube videos with small children. You guys, it's not easy. There are days that I am exhausted, but because I enjoy it, I do it. If I forgot any advice, any tips or tricks, I'll check the description box, or I will pin a comment down in the comment section like I have been lately. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys in my next video. And don't forget that a smile is the best makeup a girl can wear. Bye, guys.